So for everybody that's new today, thank you for coming. We're gonna look at designs today because a lot of people like to use, want to be able to know how to do that. I was gonna go over like contacts, something basic like that, but I mean, who doesn't know how to put a contact into a database? It's very simple. There's a lot of features that you can use on that, so we'll kind of cover those as we need to with opportunities and those sort of things. But I wanna go over designs because that's kind of a little bit more exciting. That's what people want to do. They want to advertise on Facebook. They want to advertise on Instagram. So we'll do that. You can log into.
So just to ask you a question, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm new. I'll be
Sure.
officially starting next week.
Okay.
Do you have a Excel template that I can use to put my database in and then have it uploaded?
Yes, there is.
It has to match field to field.
Yes,
or
there is on here. There is a way to import it via Excel, via spreadsheet, whatever. You can do that, so that should be fine. There's other tools that will automatically sync them if you have your database. Where do you have your database currently?
It's mostly in Excel. Several different Excel sheets.
Okay, just Excel. You don't have them like on your phone, like your phone contacts, or?
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so we'll be able to work through that. There's definitely ways to do that. Under the Contacts tab, you can import, and then it will, you can download the pre-made CSV to upload your contacts,
Okay.
and then you just, once you've edited that CSV file, and you've gone in and put all of your people where they need to be, you copied and pasted from your spreadsheet into that one, then you just drag and drop it up here, and then it should upload. It's not a perfect system, and some people have a lot of problems with importing that way. It will only catch some of the fields, even though you use their template, like the CSV that they've done. So that's why I'm saying sometimes it's a little bit iffy to do it that way. But if that's the way to do it, if you can get most of them on there and then go through, and then you'll be able to add the remaining stragglers. But so down here in your designs, on the sidebar here, we've got designs. Again, like Catherine was saying, that some people are having problems with designs. If you're in Chrome, you can open an incognito window up here at this top, right here, this little top bar, and then it'll say new incognito window. And what that does is that opens up a trackless window, which means it's not going to save cookies to your computer. It's not going to save the little bits of memory that the website says, here, you can use this for next time, which is like your login information or anything like that. Anything that command has currently pushed. Yeah, you use Chrome or you use Safari? Safari, that is, you'll go up to File, and then you go to the Safari little tab, and then there should be a, oh, there it is. Yeah, new private window. So in Safari, it's called a private window. It's just under File, new private window. Thank you. It's my beard stuff. So in designs here, this is all stuff that I've personally created already. These are sites, landing pages, everything that I've created. And then you can sort by your email, landing pages, or social, or print, or your agent site pages up here. We're going to create a new social media post because those are fun to do. Is this still not working for you?
Still saying unexpected error visit.
Try. Have you downloaded Chrome? I would try using Chrome. It seems to be the most compatible right now. It's just the Google's web browser. You can sign in with your Google login, with your KW account, whatever, and it'll store all that stuff. I've never had a problem with it. I personally use Chrome more than I use the Safari website, just because it's linked to Google, so it's already attached to all my business stuff anyways. So if you're using Internet Explorer, don't. I don't feel like it would. Yeah. I know. I feel like it definitely, it's still default on this computer. So.
I use Microsoft Edge, but
yeah,
people say not to use it.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's even. I don't even know if it works with Microsoft Edge. To be honest with you, I've never tried it. I just know that for me, the Google Chrome browser is the most compatible, and I've never had hardly any problems with it. So in the design, you'll create the little plus button down in the corner, and then you have your option to do like an email campaign, an email design, a social design, or a print design. So those are like cards, postcards, thank you cards, whatever. You can print all those things up. You can save the folder, and then if you have a printer that will print them on nice paper, that sort of thing, you can get those done. So for the most part, I use these mostly for social and for my agent site. And then the social will open up, when you click on social, it'll open it up and it'll give you all the different social agent sites that you can use. So if you're just doing one for Facebook, you can click on Facebook and it gives one that's formatted better for Facebook. If you want to do just Instagram, I like doing the Instagram ones because in Instagram, you can advertise. There's a setting you can link your Instagram to Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, all those social sites. So you only create one post, you share it to everything. It all goes to it all goes out. So it's very easy to manage because you only have to create and send out one post, and then it goes to all of your different sites. So we'll go there first. And then it gives you a bunch of templates. Like there's everything that you really could want here. All of these are all templates. If you want to advertise for Keller Mortgage or a just sold listing, here's just sold for Instagram. Any of these are editable. You can make them your own, add your own picture. Sold in 10 days. So if you had one that sold in 12 days, you could put a picture of it, change that to 12, and you're good to go. So I just closed the listing on Friday, so I'm going to, let's use this one. So I'll open up the editor. Then you can see here I've got my headshots here that I use. You can add different things. I feel like you can add I can log in with Facebook here, so I can actually use my Facebook pictures. These are all my different albums in Facebook, so I can use any of those. I can log in with my Instagram account. And this will allow me to use any of my Instagram pictures. So if I have if I took a picture with my seller, or if I took a picture with my buyer, and I already posted it on there, I don't have to go dig around for it. I can just go right into my Instagram and use that picture. It's very, very convenient. Google Drive and Dropbox. So if you store your pictures on either one of those, you can use those. Here's the logos that I've already uploaded. I have my own personal logo, and then I have our Keller Williams Victor Valley logo. So I will take that one, and since I don't need a KW doing business as, I'll just move this one right over here, and I can resize it so that it fits a little bit better. Each office is independently owned and operated. I'll just leave that there. And then here is, this I can get rid of. So I'll trash that. And I think if I double click, yep, there it is. Double click, I can highlight that, and 15443 Jasmine Street is off the market. Now this picture in the background, that's obviously not my picture, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And it has a placeholder and all the images and so all that stuff. So I have imported images already in here, and it looks like, I was hoping that maybe one of them would be here, but they're not. But I can go to the KWLS and I can search for a listing. 15443 Jasmine Street. There it is, 15443 Jasmine Street, Victorville, California. That's my house. So here's all my listing pictures from the listing that I put on there. So I will use something. That one. I'll probably use this one. So that one.
What was the listing price on it, Bryan?
240. We sold it for 235. No, oh man, I just duplicated. That was dumb. It always puts this placeholder in there, which is a little bit weird. Arrange, I need it to go all the way to the back. So that's what I'm going to do. I sent it all the way to the back. I want to make it bigger though. I want to fill up the whole entire picture. I gotta find out where the edge of this thing is. I wonder what happened to my logo. Yeah, it's possible. It seems about right. So, let's see, there's still a little bit more. There it is. So, I mean, it's really just that easy. Just put a picture up there, choose a template that you want to use, find your picture, find your MLS. It's very easy.
I used to create my own. This is going to be so much easier.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, there's a lot of free things out there that you can use. I used Canva for a real long time, but I mean, this is just, I feel like it's even easier than Canva. Canva can kind of be a pain because they're constantly trying to sell you on, upgrading and subscribing and stuff.
How do you create your own logo on here to add to your library?
What do you mean your own logo? Like,
Like, what, did you add your name on it, or you just put Victor Valley?
I just use the Victor Valley. I mean, if you're talking about like something like this, like, I mean, I just created my own logo. It's something that I like to do, so.
For like the regular Cape like film, or go to, you can download those. They have like a little library. Okay. Download.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to show them where that's at, because that took me forever to find that.
What's that?
The KW logos and stuff that the company has for you to use when you're creating marketing.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
Okay. Yeah, I had a thing that on Facebook that if you put your email address, I sent over all of the KW Victor Valley Market Center things. So you have this logo to add to all of your thing. I think that we can find it. I think it's in Connect, right?
You can just click on logos and then click on company and then go to KW.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So KW, and then so you have your Keller Williams logos, all the different kinds if you want to use those. If you want the one that says Victor Valley, I can send that to you separately, and then you can save that to your computer and then upload it to your command. So under the My Library, you say Add to Library right here, and it'll bring up a dialog box, and you can add logos from that point. Anything that you have for yourself. If you're talking about like your own personal logo, I recommend Fiverr is a good one. Usually you can get someone to design you a pretty decent logo for $5 to $10. You can look up logo makers. Some websites for like $20. They'll, you can just download a program and they give you a whole library of all the different little clip art designs. You can write your own stuff and, kind of design.
Called LRE, Ladies of Real Estate.
LR.
$20 for a month, you can just make different versions of everything.
Great. Yeah, so that's a good one if you want to design your own personal brand.
So now as long as we put the Keller Williams Victor Valley, we could put our logos, like your DC logo, you could put that in there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I have logos. I have a few different versions. This one is the one that has my BRE number, so I don't have to worry about putting that additionally somewhere else. It's right there on the picture. And then I have another logo that if I know that my marketing is going to have my BRE number somewhere else, I can just use my logo.
Brian, do we have to have the broker's number on there as well?
No, your broker's just identified. So as long as your broker's identified, you should be good to go.
What about the equal housing opportunity and the REALTOR?
No, those logos are totally just optional if you want to advertise that. That's what you do. I feel like I put those on my business cards, and I put those on like things, my marketing to, you know, like print marketing, something that's a little bit more permanent. But it's not necessary for you to put that on every single thing, because,
I
yeah.
thought I had to legally not be like sued.
Yeah, no, those logos are optional. I mean, they're not legally required. The only thing that's legally required is your BRE number and your brokerage identification.
Question in regards to that, I thought that as long as our office had that displayed, that covered us.
What do you mean?
The equal housing and that's what I remembered reading. Am I incorrect on that? As long as it was displayed somewhere in the office, that covered us, the ones that you just brought up.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, I mean, I might be wrong. That's what I just,
Yeah,
that's what I remember from the class.
As far as I know, those logos are just completely optional. Like, it's like displaying the Realtor logo. You don't have to display the Realtor logo, but you can to show that you're a Realtor. Like, since you're paying for the, you know, the right to display that logo, but you don't have to display that logo. Obviously, you are a Realtor even without the logo. Is it still not working?
I've been putting it on every single ad that I do, and I like the way it looks on some of them.
Yeah. No, I put it on my business cards. Just, you know, I just put it on my business cards, and like, if I'm making like the like notepads or but like pens and stuff like that, I don't put it on. And my social media stuff, I don't ever use it. I don't think I've ever used it once. So once you're done, you can share it to. I think that you let me see. I think if it loads up, if your social is already loaded up and, you know, attached, you can share it directly to. If you want to have a link, you want to maybe embed it somewhere on your website or whatever, you can just, like, it gives you a direct link to the design. Let me see, is it a direct link? Oh, maybe it's not a direct link. I was hoping it was a direct link. But anyway, so you should be able to share it directly to, you know, Facebook. You can actually share the project itself, which is, so if you wanted to share this with another person on your team or, you know, whatever, and you don't want to just share the final product, you want to share like, oh, the actual design, you can share the project so that when they open it up, they'll log into their command, they'll open this up, and then they'll be able to edit it to maybe just change one thing to them, you know, if you're working with multiple people or whatever. So you can share both of those. You can share either the design or the project. Or you can just download it, and it gives you different options. You can download it as a JPEG, which is a good, you know, typical picture format. PNG can be also a little bit higher quality. You can also, if you're doing something with a transparent background, you know, you want something like that doesn't have a big square on it or whatever, you just have like your logo or something like that. And you can use this to make a logo if you wanted to just put out your name with some fancy text or whatever, and that's just what your logo is going to be. Use a transparent background, and then it'll take out the background for you, and then you can download that way. Or if you want to put it into a PDF, if you want to include your picture in part of like a listing presentation or something, you can download the design as a PDF page, which you can print and, you know, do all that stuff. It's very high quality that way. Oh, you can choose either standard web or high quality print, so that gets you all the options. So when you download a JPEG, you also can include thumbnails, a web, a mobile version. So these are smaller, littler files that you can use for, you know, sharing other places. You got you got published settings. I've never seen these before. You can download it as a zip file, so it's a compressed file, so it's a little bit smaller. If you're going to send this to a printer, you can download it even with the cut marks and the bleed images and the bleed margins. Printers, like professional printers, really like to have that so that they know where they can cut the pages and not damage your.
That's some pretty amazing technology that KW has now,
Yeah.
because nobody else has that.
So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just download this. I like downloading PNGs. I think they're the most versatile file, personally. So I wonder where that. I was like, I don't even know where it downloaded to. So go ahead and sound that. And then I'll just show you real quick. I was hoping we could be able to just clear it out. So let's see if we just get rid of everything. So if we just got rid of everything here, and you wanted to add some text, let's just say you wanted to add banners. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's just a regular text look. You can, I guess you can extract, but you just do some title. Let's just do some title work here. And let's just say David wants to create just a real quick logo. Oh, no, cancel that. So we can just highlight this, and then we can choose any of these fonts, and let's make it a little bit smaller, but not much.
That looks like the way I would sign my name too.
So we want to align it in the center. So this is what David thinks that he wants to make his logo look like, right? Very simple, very plain, very easy to see, and something that he can throw onto every single one of his advertising things. So this background here, you can just click on the background, set background color. Let's see, does it have there it is. So this little button down here, then this means we're going to choose a transparent background. And we're going to rename this David logo. So there we go. So now David's got a little bit of a logo here, very simple. We're going to get the PNG and we're going to download it with a transparent background. So, I mean, what was that, like a minute and a half it took to create something very simple, very clear and concise. And so now when we look at this, it'll show up on a white background because it's a black text. So anything that's light, and then if I were David, I would also make a white version of this. So if I had a dark picture, it would also show up on the dark picture, which is easy as taking this, changing this, all the way up here to white. Oops. I guess you got to highlight the text. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Jeez, come on. There we are. Color. Change it to white. Why is the text not changing to white? There it is. Okay. So change it to white, and then I would download the exact same thing, but when I name it, when it pops up here, still preparing, download ready, I would just change it to David logo, white. Okay, good. I kept my save. I was hoping, I was like, oh, I forgot to click the transparent background, but I kept my settings. So now when I open this, you're not going to be able to see it at all because the text is white and the background's white. So anything he puts this on. So I feel like you can use this for this designs for almost anything, Facebook-wise, when you create your ads.
Could you email me that?
Yeah, I'll email it to you. You can, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I feel like those are, that's just a couple easy things to do with it. And, this is a really big program. You definitely need to get in there. You need to play with it, except for Catherine because she can't get into it at all. So I don't know why. I would definitely try go into your file, your settings under preferences, and then clear out all of your cache, your cookies, and all that stuff. It's going to log you out of all your websites or whatever, but if you have those saved then in your keychain, then you should be fine. Any questions? Any comments, concerns? Any wanna-sees?
I was telling her
Oh,
commenting behind the scenes. Sorry.
no, you're fine. Let's see, what else? What else can we look at here? Okay, so we'll go back here to this. So if you're active on LinkedIn, you can create a LinkedIn. Oh, here's a good one for your websites. The big. Let me see. I'll show you. These pictures right here that show up behind your search bar on your main website. These are called hero images, and these rotate as you kind of just sit here or whatever. About every 10, 15 seconds, they should change, and then so you can see this whatever. So on your designs, now they have site hero images. So you can do a photo grid. You can make all of these things that are going to fit really nicely in there. There's some of them, these have like backgrounds. You can just throw in a couple of pictures that you like, your listing pictures. I highly recommend you, at least at a minimum, if you have a couple listings, if you have a couple buyers or whatever, throw pictures of you and your buyers up there, holding sold signs or whatever. Throw your listing pictures up there. Make it about you. You know what I mean? Like, brand your website toward you. Don't just use the generic ones, because they don't look anything like the high desert. They don't look, those are like some East Coast, like Connecticut, like perfect setting, green trees, all that stuff. It's like, we don't have those here. So when people see that, it's like those are really nice pictures, but where did you take those pictures from? And people won't believe it. So let's see. Awards and announcements. There's all these different templates. If you're a bold graduate, here's a lot of little sayings that you can. Don't listen to your monkey mind. A lot of these different little sayings or whatever that you can post on a daily basis for Instagram. They're just like motivational things. If you're trying to recruit, if you want to talk to an agent that you've done business with, or whatever, and you want to try and bring them into Keller Williams. Let me see. Where was the... What in the world is going on? For some reason, it's not showing me on the bottom. Let's see. We've got under contract. Where are the recruiting ones? Oh, I Heart KW. So, any of these right here would be good for you to throw out a link on your social media if you want to try and attract some agents. Show them why you chose Keller Williams. You can go through all the reasons why you chose Keller Williams.
Can you make them movable, the pictures that have like the graphics that move as well? Like when I make something on
You're talking about like GIFs and stuff like that? Mm-hmm.
I can put text on it and the text will like move in. Like,
Yeah. I don't believe this does videos yet. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that they've got that's quite there yet. I don't know. I'll look in the design labs or in the labs and find out if that's something that is planned, because they've got a whole like flow chart in there. When you have your Keller Williams login, this is also really fun that you can do. It's ideas.kw.com. You log in just like you do for everything else. This is Command Labs. This is where you get your voice for what you want to see. Always search for an idea. You can give feedback. If something that you're using isn't working properly, you can give feedback on it. And there's different ways. There's Command Mobile, Connect, Kelly, KW, and then Leadership. You have a command checklist. There's a lot of guides, helpful links, the tech-enabled agent website, how-to videos, connect live streams. They do a lot of live trainings right on here that you can just watch. They're on a weekly basis. Answers, the Command 66-Day Challenge videos. I was trying to find the overview of that 66-day challenge so I could start going through, and that's what I was going to base my classes off of. I haven't been able to find it yet, but the guy who does them on YouTube, I mean, if you search KW 66-Day Challenge on YouTube, you can watch every single detail on what Command does. And I'm going to go over some of those things, and I'm going to try and get in there. But really what I want this to be is I want people to be comfortable with it, and then when we get into classes here, you say, hey, this is what I want to learn next, or this is what we're having problems with, or whatever, and then we can kind of go over those things. Yeah, I feel like for the 99% of the time, though, you just need to get on there and play with it, and see what is available. And when you just go through one tab and just start doing everything, go through your contacts, find out what everything you can do with contacts. But inside this in KW LAMP, like right now, notifications. This is sorted by the ones that I voted on, I think. Well, no, because that one I didn't vote on. So number of contacts selected, it says, can we show more than 50 contacts at a time? My former CRM allowed us to do 100 rows and 500 rows. It makes selection easier. They showed a screenshot of what their old CRM looks like, or this is what Command does. It's only 10, 25, and 50. And then there's 2,112 votes, and I'm going to vote for it too. So now there's 2113 on there. There's 162 comments, and then right here, KW Command says, hey, look, we're reviewing this. So they've already said, hey, this is something that we're looking at. There's reviewing, and then there's a couple that are in development, so additional opportunity types. Please add the following opportunity types in Cloudmore: commercial, referral, land, or lot. So that's already in development. They're working on it. And it shows you right there that, these 460 people, they got heard real quick. There was a couple of them. There's also reviewing. I feel like I'm trying to think of what the other one is. It's reviewing, in development, and planned. So this one right here, editing tasks. So they put a bunch of screenshots of not being able to edit tasks. So that's planned. Yeah. Video capability. Would love to see the capability to create videos in Sketchhouse and or upload videos similar to BombBomb. So they've responded. Their need review on that one. But get on there and vote for it. Like, the more votes that you vote on, the faster they go, oh, well, I mean, this one has 5,000 votes and nothing else does.
Is that about embedding a video into an email like BombBomb?
I think I think they're asking if you can upload a video to like BombBomb, but like when you're doing your designs, because Sketchhouse designs used to be called Sketchhouse, and I feel like it's called WeBrand now. So I feel like Sketchhouse is not what we use anymore, so this is a little bit older. So yeah, I feel like I don't know what that one. I think they just want to be able to upload videos. But it says create a video in Sketchhouse, which would be a design. So they want to be able to create videos. So hopefully they're looking at that situation to be able to add video capabilities to Command. Anyway, so this is a really great place to look around, see what else other people have got on there, and if you have an idea, I think if you start like. Let's just say create videos in designs. So as you type, it says, hey, look, here's an existing idea that's already in here. Video editing. It would be great if we create videos or short video clips for social media through designs. So now I don't have to go through the process of adding my idea. Boom, it's got 2 votes, now it's got 3. So. And I personally will go on. I think you've probably seen it. I put it on Facebook when I find an idea that I really, really love. I'll jump on the websites and those like agent groups that I'm part of on Facebook, the Keller Williams agents groups, KW Labs, technology, whatever. And I'll share a link to this idea. And I'll say, man, we really got to get votes on this idea or whatever. And people go like, yeah, I did it, I voted. When they see something they like too, they'll share theirs. So it's like, because there's so many ideas out there. I mean, just in context, there's 2,200 ideas. There's, there's thousands of ideas out there already. It's hard to go through every single one of them. You're not going to read every single one of them. Yeah, so I feel like these are all of the ones that have that are related to designs and videos. So you can read through all of those. But I love it. It's ideas.kw.com. Sign in, read through that. You'll get some fun. You can kind of see where labs is heading, or where command is heading. Holiday greetings. So everybody loves to put out a Facebook post or whatever for your holidays. So here's New Year's. They've got, and I'm sure there's a Valentine's Day one in here somewhere. Trick or treat, Veterans Day, Flag Day, Veterans Day, Thankful, New Year's, Thanksgiving. Was that holidays? Halloween, fall, 4th of July, and summertime. So I guess they really don't have a Valentine's Day one, but completely editable. Find a fun background on Google Images that you searched for. Oh, let's go over that real quick. When you go to Images on Google and you want to search for Valentine's Day background, you go to Tools, Usage Rights, Labeled for Reuse. If you don't do that, someone can possibly come after you for copyright infringement if you end up choosing one that is not labeled for reuse. So that's how you find, and then you can use high resolution, all this stuff, but as long as it's labeled for reuse. So right here, so you want to use this fun picture. Save image as, just call it V-Day. Go into your, no, that's my website. No, that's Connect. Go into your WeBrand, click on your background or images, so you can add to library. Here's my Valentine's Day picture. Nope, I just deleted it. That's fun. Yeah, okay, so once it's in there, don't click the X in the middle because that deletes it. So now that they have their picture here, so I can delete this background and the placeholder. I'm not really sure why it does that. I can drag this up here, put that in there. So right now it's at the front, so I can arrange it, and you can send it all the way to the back, to the bottom. And then you can change your I'm thankful for to, well, let's go ahead and change that to white.
Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just go to Happy Valentine's Day. Go and throw in the white logo. Down there with my, boom. And then I can get rid of the DBA name.
Don't you want to make one for me?
Keller Williams Victor Raleigh Market Center. Definitely, when you're looking for backgrounds, definitely try to pick the high resolution ones. You can also search your tools here by size. Large is the best. Just use large, and then you'll get typically real good pictures. Anything it'll give you the size. It says 5,000 pixels by 35, so that's going to be a huge picture that you can shrink down or you can blow up or whatever. So it's good. And that one's actually a lot more fun than the one that I picked anyways. Or even something like this. So I feel like, create your own Valentine's Day, create your own holiday posts. Have fun with it. There's a million things you can do.
It was Google what?
It's just Google Images. If you just go to Google and just search for an image, one of the If you just go to Google and just search for like Valentine's Day, and then right here, this one, you can go to images right here, and then it'll give you all these different things here. This is like romantic, love, animated, cute, blah, 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 whatever. So you could do that. I would definitely add the word background because I feel like it's a little bit more specific. You can use your high resolution, or you go to tools, make sure you relabeled for reuse, and then I just do size large so that they're big pictures. Yeah, labeled for reuse and large. And that keeps you free from copyright infringement. Yeah, so, and if you really want, you want people to see your face, you can do that too,
Question.
Huh?
Your headshots,
Yep.
is there a way for us to, I know I saw some green screens or
Yep.
photos set up. Is there a way we can get headshots done here without any extraordinary fashion?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you can set up a camera with a timer on it and just pose. That's every single one of these. I feel like my mom actually took this picture right here. Like we were taking family photos, and I feel like I just said here, I was like, I'm gonna stand here in front of this lake, take a picture. So, and like she did all of our family photos. I had all the equipment, and I just set it up for her, and I was like, that's all you need to do is just click it,
I know it's a Photoshop question, but how do I take an image and remove the background?
Yeah, there's programs that'll do that. If you take a picture in front of a green screen, it's real easy to do it. Green, blue, or any solid background, it's real easy to do. Yeah, the picture that you have, I feel like you're gonna need to probably pay someone to do it. You go on Fiverr. I love Fiverr, man. It's like it's called Fiverr, Fiverr. The what?
My daughter can do it.
Okay, there you go.
She wants to do it for people for money. So.
Yeah.
I know how to
I'll
do
hook
it too.
you up with it.
Okay.
She hasn't done a lot, so she'll
Yeah. I like doing it. I just do a green screen, and it just makes everything a lot easier. This picture was a green screen picture with the blue background, because it was just a green screen. But then this one was actually in front of a lake. So that's my old one. All right. So that's it. Do you have any questions? Any concerns, comments? Anything else? That was. Huh? Yeah. That's fine. We'll try and figure it out. Let me see. Let me go to.
I think what I don't know how everybody else feels, it's all about the editing part. The real basics, when you pull up something and it's like, edit, take this out, put this in. How does everybody feel about, if you were now to go home and you've been sitting here and you've listened to all this, do you think you can go home and create something on your own, pretty much?
Okay. You mean like when you edit like a template?
Yeah.
Let's see.
But I mean, that would be one of the questions that I would, want to know.
It's real point and click. It's real easy too.
Yeah.
I like it.
You can just click on the words that you want to edit, and you can add, again, more text. There's the banners is really cool on the text because it kind of creates a little bit more I don't know, a little bit more fun into it. It's not just a block of text like this. So it's like you can change this into pretty much whatever you want. You can resize it, and then you can talk about like how great a school is or something like that. So focus, lifestyles, rich and famous, huh?
So there's like different fields, like homes, and at the bottom where it'll take you that, and then you just change that.
Yep.
Okay. And then you can place it wherever you want.
Yep.
And
You can change all of the words.
the same way,
Mhm.
correct? Whether it's a flyer, whether it's an email, whether it's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all edited exactly the same. I feel like they're those different things. It's just based on the size. That's all it is. Because like something that's 8.5 by 11 that you're going to print out, whether it's a portrait or landscape shaped or whatever, it's just the size of how many pixels it's going to be. when it's a Facebook post, it's, you know, usually well, it actually looks a lot like this right here because it's usually in that landscape portrait or the landscape mode. But Instagram stories are long and skinny. They're tall and skinny, so they're laid out differently. So, yeah, but everything's edited exactly the same way. Everything's drag and drop. Everything's deletable. You can edit any words that are in there. You can delete them, even down to, you can add, what is it, icons? Stuff. So there's different little, just all these different little things. If you want to put the Facebook logo in there, oops. You know, you can just put a Facebook logo in there because you're active on Facebook or whatever, and you can change the color. And so there's all these different, there's a little Santa hat. There's tons of different little logos and stuff like that. And again, you have company ones. So website, cell phone, you know, all these, you can use this if you want to, like, oh, your KW site, you know, you can put the little phone logo in here so that it shows up. So now it looks like, oh, my website's mobile friendly. You could do that. I was gonna say there's under, oh, here it is.
Right? If you wanted to change something in that view or whatever, you can just go and edit it or take something out.
Yeah, so you just highlight the text and then you just type in there. So like mine's Bryan Collins .realtor. That's my website name. And if you actually click out of your design so that nothing is highlighted, you get these right here. You get these little things. You can do a drawing. So you wanted to add a square, a line, a rectangle, you know, whatever. Here's all these basic shapes. If you wanted to add a little arrow that you can you know, point to. You know what I mean? You can point to something, and you can even change the opacity so that you can, if you want it to be a little bit see-through. You can change the color to whatever the template color. So when everything that you add, it adds a template color in there. So you can see here's the blue from this circle. Here's the green probably from the background, gray from this overlay. This is recently used, the opacity, the clear background. And then of course you can, you know, drag and drop and change whatever color you want it to be. So now I can make it a fuchsia arrow.
So it's like layering. You start with basic and then you layer
Mm-hmm.
something else.
Yeah, and then like I always took the big picture, like this one back here. This is all the way in the back. But then something like this right here, every time you add something, they stack on top of each other. So if something that you added, you want it to be behind something, I can take this and I want it to be behind behind the words or whatever. I can go to the arrange layer here and then I can move it all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, or I can just send it backward one layer.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. That was something I couldn't figure out.
So now it's going to be behind, I feel like it's going to be behind this one because I added that one. So you can even make it, and so now it looks like it's wearing a party hat, and all I did was add an arrow. Like, you know, I mean,
It looks like the Jack in the Box.
yeah, it looks like Jack. So,
Get in trouble for stealing their logo.
yeah, exactly. There's frames, so you have different frames. So if you want to have a picture that looks like it's coming into a star or whatever, you can add that. And then we can send this one backwards. Oh, it's an image placeholder. Hold on a second, maybe. Huh. So, I guess I would think that it would block out, but it just gives you a placeholder. So I've never played with this particular part before, so I'm not really sure. I guess I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit and figure out how the frames works. And then again, you can just add text, these are just text, body, you know, text block, subtitle, title, how big you want it. But it doesn't really matter what you use because you can change these. If I add a subtitle text, you know, I can make it huge. I can, you know, make it 110 font if I want and make that big and add whatever text that I want. And there's more functions over here. You can choose how much the spacing, letter spacing, if you want the letters to be really spread out to make it look, however you want to make it look. When you have more than one line, you can keep the lines really far apart. And if you have multiple words, you can choose the spacing in between the words. So everything is customizable.
So you used Canva, is this similar to it? I feel like it can do a lot of,
Yep. I feel like it's easier than Canva.
okay.
Yeah.
But when you're putting it together, if you know how to use that, you know how to use it.
I feel like almost every time, there's been times when I've used Canva and it's been frustrating because I'll go to save it or whatever, and an image or a piece of my design that I put up there is missing. And I usually use the same style of design for different things. And so I would just change the background and change the address, change the picture of the house and change the address, and that's pretty much it. Leave everything else the same. And then like something wouldn't come through, and I'd get real frustrated with that. So, and then you can drag and select everything, and you can move it all just a little bit over if you want. So that way, you don't have to move piece by piece. So now that we've really just destroyed this this template, definitely won't be saving that one.
No same.
Don't save that one. So on Facebook, KW Command Help, KW Technology Mastermind. This is a really good group to join. All they do is talk about problems in Command, so you'll know right away. Josh Team is in here. Like, he's the guy that's like running the whole entire Command, part of the business. So you'll see a lot of the same people and in here, but they're always talking about the new features. When they announce new features, they usually announce it right in there first. Also, when you're in Command, right on your home page, right here, product updates. This right here is going to tell you exactly what they've done. So January 10th, this week's update, promote multiple listings in just a single ad in campaigns. So when you go through campaigns and you want to create a paid ad or an ad in Facebook, you can now advertise multiple listings. So you can have all of your listings on a carousel. It's really cool. Doing business as logos and ownership statements are in paid ads and social media. Ability to search within your documents and compliance. So if you're using Polish, you're probably doing it for you, but all of your documents for all of your transactions should be uploaded into your opportunities, and now I guess those documents are searchable. So timestamps, new timestamps in contacts. So this will always be whatever the latest things that they've added. That's where I found out that they do videos. Also, design updates. They'll show you like, oh, they put in new templates, and then they'll usually feature one. So here's a "You're Invited" little postcard, wherever, that somebody created that you can now make it your own.
Nice.
And the notepad down here is where you can leave yourself notes for your own to-do list on top of your tasks. So that's pretty much it for this time. And next time, I'm going to go through the website. That's what we're going to go over next time, is going through the guide, where to find the guide, where to find your settings, and adding pages and looking at all the different features that they have there. So,
Thank you.
no problem. So definitely join this Facebook group. Just search for KW Command Help, and then you should be good to go. All right, see you guys all Wednesday for my buyer's class.